Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's that time again. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Friday, August 15th. 15 games in total. We're going to break them all down. We're going to try to predict the outcome for every single game. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, and what the final scores might be. And we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? What are your favorite picks today? Make sure to let us know in the comment section, and I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. There's 3 tiers in total. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. We go over every game, every day this entire season, and you also have football season just around the corner. If you're a sports fan, football fan, baseball fan, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Let's not waste any more time. Our very first game to get us started, MLB Network, 2:20 p.m., the 51-71 Pittsburgh Pirates. Season got away from Pittsburgh really early this year. Not the best offense, actually a bottom 4 overall offense in all of the major leagues, but not bad pitching. The pitching will keep them in this game. The pitching will keep it competitive, but they need some run support from that lineup. They're on the road here versus the 68-52 Chicago Cubs. Couple games behind the Milwaukee Brewers. They could use a really good, nice winning streak. Right now, Chicago's second place in the NL Central. They have a 67% chance to win. The Pirates, a 33% chance. The Cubs are 1.5 run favorites. 9.5 over under Pittsburgh, plus 165. Chicago, minus 200, heavy favorites. The Pirates are averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting 232, 86 home runs. 91 steals, a 4.06 runs per game. The Cubs, 5.1 runs per game. One of the most balanced offenses in baseball. 252 average, 169 home runs. That's top 5. 128 steals. That's top 5. And they're only giving up 3.87 runs a game. As of me making this video, there is no starter announced for the Pirates. I hate going into these games blind, not knowing who's going to be on the mound to start for one of the teams. We don't know all the variables here, but it is what it is. We have to call it like it is. On the mound right now for the Cubs, Colin Rea going a 9-5 record of 4.09 ERA, 116.2 innings, 85 strikeouts. Yeah, it's giving up 19 home runs, but I'm going to go with the Cubs nonetheless winning this one, covering the spread, and I'll go with the under here. Game number 2 is going to be on Apple TV at 6:40 p.m. The 76-44 Milwaukee Brewers. No one is hotter in the major leagues right now than the Milwaukee Brewers. We've been picking them a lot recently, and it has definitely worked out very nicely for us. They're on the road here versus the 64-58 Cincinnati Reds. Do not underestimate the Reds here. Both of these teams in the same division. Milwaukee first place in the NL Central. The Reds third place in the NL Central. Brewers might be the most complete, well-rounded team in baseball, and the Reds extremely consistent. Week in, week out, they give you the same performance. The Reds have a 44.2% chance to win. Milwaukee, a 55.8%. The Brewers, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. This is a game Milwaukee can continue to extend its lead within the division with a strong win. They're averaging 5.2 runs a game, 259 batting average, 127 home runs, 133 steals, a 3.59 ERA. They are top 5 in every single category I just mentioned. This team is loaded. Cincinnati, 4.5 runs per game, 247 average, 122 home runs, 87 stolen bases, giving up 3.83 runs a game. The numbers might not be as good as the Brewers, but those are really good numbers. Those are solid numbers overall. Again, as we make in this video, no starter announced for the Brewers. I hate that. It is what it is, though. The Brewers, one of the best bullpens in baseball. Even if this turns into a long reliever game, they are set at that position. Nick Martinez on the mound for the Reds, 10-9 record, 4.49 ERA, 136.1 innings, 97 strikeouts. I said, I've been picking the Brewers. It's been working great for me. But I'm going to go with the Reds pulling off the upset here. I don't know who's starting the Brewers. Give me Cincinnati, the plus 1.5. And I'm going to go with the over very slightly. And then at 6:45 p.m. NL East versus NL East matchup, the 69-52 Philadelphia Phillies, they continue to extend that lead on the Mets. First place in the NL East, and they'll be playing the 49-72 Washington Nationals, and they have an interim coach, a younger team, not a bad offense, but a very, very bad overall pitching staff, actually bottom 5 in baseball. The Nationals, though, are a pretty competitive team. They have a lot of very close losses. You definitely have to keep your eye on them. Right now, the Nationals a 39.1% chance to win. The Phillies a 60.9% chance to win. Philadelphia's 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. The Phillies are minus 180. The Nationals plus 150. This Phillies lineup, veteran, experienced squad, a lot of great hitters. Schwarber, 42 home runs. Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, they're averaging 4.6 runs a game. 253 average, 143 home runs, 98 steals, and 3.73 runs a game. I say it every video. Once they get a fully healthy starting rotation, they probably have the deepest rotation in baseball. The Nationals, 4.3 runs per game, 244 average, 115 home runs, 100 stolen bases, getting a 5.36 runs a game. This team has massive pitching woes, but they have their best going today. Mackenzie Gore on the mound for Washington, 5-12, record of 4.09 ERA. It's a shame he only has 5 wins with a 4.09 ERA. It's not a great ERA, but it's better than only have 5 wins, 132 innings, 158 strikeouts. He's a strikeout pitcher here, but the Phillies, one of the best overall contact teams, walk ratio teams in baseball. They have Zach Wheeler going, one of the best pitchers this season in all of the major leagues. Top 5 for NL Cy Young odds, 10-5 record, 2.68 ERA, 144.2 innings, 189 strikeouts. That is some crazy strikeout numbers. I love Zach Wheeler. Give me Philadelphia winning this one, covering the spread. I'll go with the over. And this next game is actually a very competitive pitching matchup on Apple TV. It's 7:07 p.m. The 61-61 Texas Rangers, third place in the AL West. The bats are starting to hit. That's been holding them back the entire season. Was they look good on paper. They could not hit the ball on the field, but they still have the number 1 overall pitching team in baseball. Not in the American League, in all of the majors right now. This is a playoff caliber pitching staff. They just need to continue to keep those bats out. They're on the road versus the 71-51 Toronto Blue Jays, one of the hottest offenses in baseball. They still have some pitching issues, but overall, this team is scoring a lot, hitting a lot of home runs. One of the best teams of the last 5 to 6 weeks. Toronto, 51.6% chance to win this one. First place in the competitive AL East. Texas, a 48.4% chance, but the Rangers are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over-under. Texas is minus 120. Toronto is even. The Rangers are up to 4.1 runs per game. 232 average, 126 home runs, 106 steals, and a 3.32 runs a game, which is number 1 in the majors. The Blue Jays, 4.9 runs per game, 269 batting average, the number 1 overall batting average in baseball, 139 home runs, 56 steals, and a 4.24 runs a game. The Blue Jays, both of these pitchers have been teammates before, back with their time at the Mets. Chris Bassett, usually a very reliable pitcher, 11-6 record of 4.17 ERA, 133.2 innings, 128 strikeouts, going up against Jacob deGrom, who's actually not had his best up the last 3 or 4 starts, but overall, he has been back to vintage deGrom so far this season. Just a rough final month. 10-5 record, 2.86 ERA, 135.1 innings, 143 strikeouts, giving up 19 home runs, much higher than usual, but he is like 37 right now. Still, when he is on, he is one of the best. If some people say he has the best stuff ever on the mound from a pitcher, I'm going to go with deGrom here. I want deGrom to win this one. I love Jacob deGrom. Texas wins this one. They cover the spread. I'm going to go with the over, but it's going to be very, very close. 7:10 p.m., we're going to have the 58-63 Miami Marlins playing some of their best baseball the last few weeks, but they've actually kind of cooled off the last week. But overall, they showed you what they're capable of when they have the momentum. They're on the road versus the 66-56 Boston Red Sox. We like to call it what it is. The Red Sox have been raking the ball, pitching really good. They are playing in Fenway. Very difficult team to beat at home. Right now, Boston, 71.1% chance to win this game. Second place in the AL East. And Miami, a 28.9% chance to win. The Red Sox, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Miami's plus 145. Boston is minus 175. The Marlins are averaging 4.3 runs per game, 252 batting average, 117 home runs, 98 steals, and a 4.52 runs a game, but pitching much better than they were at the beginning of the season. The Red Sox, 5.0 runs a game, 254 average, 149 home runs, 103 steals. They have one of those rare power combos. They can do a little bit of everything. A 3.74 ERA. Honestly, guys, this Red Sox team, they are playing like a playoff caliber squad. Sandy Alcantara on the mound for the Marlins, 6-11 record, 6.55 ERA. It pangs me to say those numbers with the past Cy Young winner. He just has not had it since he came back from his injury. 121 innings, 90 strikeouts. You keep waiting for him to turn it back on. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm still holding out beyond hope. Lucas Giolito on the mound for the Red Sox, 8-2 record, 3.77 ERA, 100.1 innings, 82 strikeouts. Sox have the better bullpen here. They have the hotter offense. They are at home. Give me Boston to win this one to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. MLB Network at 7:10 p.m. The 53-68 Atlanta Braves. They finally showed some life versus the Mets, but let's just say it honestly, everyone has played the Mets well since the break. They're on the road here versus the 63-57 Cleveland Guardians. Guardians started out April hot, then they played like crap. Now they're back to playing like a really good playoff team. Second place in the AL Central. Cleveland, 55.3% chance to win this game. The Braves, a 44.7%. The Guardians, the underdogs at home. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta plus 105. Cleveland minus 125. Try to make sense of those numbers. Good luck with that. Right now, the Braves offense, they come in and they're averaging 4.3 runs a game. 242 average, 135 home runs, 59 steals, and a 4.31 runs per game. every single time that we read those numbers, the ERA continues to slowly tick up. The Guardians 4.0 runs a game, 228 average. They got to get that batting average up. 128 home runs, 91 steals, and a 3.89 runs a game. Cleveland has Joey Cantillo on the mound. 3-2 record, 4.11 ERA, 61.1 innings, 75 strikeouts. He's a strikeout pitcher here. Hurston Waldrop going for the Braves. 2-0 record, 1.54 ERA. Very, very small sample size, but he's been solid. 11.2 innings, 10 strikeouts, no home runs, but I'm going to go with the Guardians at home. Overall, the hotter team, the better team, not on paper, but on the field. Guardians win, go with that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. MLB Network at 7:10 p.m., the 67-33 Seattle Mariners, second place in the LOS. When you look at these stats here, very, very well-rounded team. They can hit for average, they have power, they have speed, good pitching. On the road here versus the 64-57 New York Mets. The Mets need a win so bad. They are playing awful. The worst record in baseball the last 5 weeks. That's not going to cut it with this massive payroll. New York, a 48.8% chance to win. Seattle, a 51.2%. The Mets are the favorites here at home. 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Seattle, even. The Mets, minus 120. The Mariners, I've been complimenting this team. 4.6 runs a game, 243 average, 171 home runs, that's top 5. 128 steals, that's top 5. And they're only giving up 3.78 runs a game. The Mets, 4.4 runs a game. Even if they have the lead, they're just going to blow it. 241 average, 154 home runs, solid power, 93 steals, solid speed, giving 3.75 runs a game. But the Mets have been extremely streaky, completely not the least consistent team in baseball. It hurts me to say that. I do love the Mets, but they are playing like crap. It is what it is. Luis Castillo on the mound right now for the Mariners, one of their foundational pitchers, 8-6 record. 3.19 ERA, 138.1 innings, 120 strikeouts. Going up against Sean Manaea, 101 record, 4.33 ERA, 27 innings, 30 strikeouts, giving up 4 home runs so far. The Mariners lineup, I don't like that versus the Mets pitching and the Mets bullpen. Give me Seattle to pull off the upset, the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. 8:10 p.m., the 55-66 Baltimore Orioles, younger team, a lot of power with this lineup, but they can't pitch. They'll be on the road versus the 68-53 Houston Astros. The Astros, veteran team, experienced team. The Astros always have one of the best overall pitching staffs in baseball for basically the last decade. The Orioles have a 27.1% chance to win. The Astros, a 72.9%, extremely massive, heavy favorites. The Astros, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Baltimore's plus 210. Houston, minus 255. The Orioles come in, not a bad offense at all, 4.2 runs a game, 240 average, 145 home runs, 81 steals, and 4.8 runs a game. Houston, 4.3 runs per game, 258 average, really good batting average, 135 home runs, 60 steals, and 3.76 runs a game. Brandon Young going for Baltimore, 0-6 record, still looking for his first win here. He's got to do it versus the Astros. 6.7 ERA, that's not going to cut it. 44.1 innings, 40 strikeouts, giving up 10 home runs in 44 innings. That is a lot of home runs. Valdez on the mound for the Astros. One of the best left-hand pitchers in baseball. When he is on. Hard to compete with him. 11-5 record, 2.97 ERA, 145.2 innings, 145 strikeouts. He's only given up 8 home runs in 22 starts. I love the control. Houston wins here at home. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. Then at 8:10 p.m., the 44-77 Chicago White Sox. Yes, I know. They have an awful record. Don't underestimate them. They're always set up for the upset. They have a lot of very close losses. They're always in these games. They're on the road versus the 60-61 Kansas City Royals, back under 500. Really great pitching staff. They just need some help from this lineup. Right now, the Royals, a 64.3% chance to win. The White Sox, a 35.7% chance to win. KC's 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Chicago's plus 155. KC minus 185. The White Sox come in here. They're averaging 3.8 runs per game. 228 batting average. They have to get that up. 118 home runs, 74 steals, and 4.12 runs a game. KC, 3.8 runs a game, which is actually much, much higher than it was before. The bats have maybe woken up somewhat slightly. 245 average, 108 home runs, 95 steals, and 3.66 runs a game. The pitching deserves a lot more run support. Aaron Savale right now on the mound for Chicago, 3-7 record, 4.91 ERA, 73.1 innings, 62 strikeouts. Going up against Noah Cameron, young pitcher. This guy's looked like a stud since he's come up. 6-5 record, a 2.52 ERA, 93 innings, 76 strikeouts. You gotta love those numbers from a young pitcher. Give me Cameron, give me KC to win this one to cover the spread, but I'm gonna go with the under. Then at 8:10 p.m. we have a AL Central versus AL Central matchup. The 71-52 Detroit Tigers, one of the best teams in baseball, first place in the Central, versus the 57-64 Minnesota Twins. The Twins just want some type of momentum here, a 50% chance to win. The Tigers, a 50% chance to win. What do you know? A 50-50 fan pick 'em. It is split right down the middle. I definitely understand why when I look at these numbers. The Tigers, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. You have to respect Minnesota here. Not a bad offense, but they do give up some runs. Right now, the Twins going to this game plus 127. The Tigers are minus 153. Detroit, 4.8 runs per game, 250 average, 157 home runs, a lot of power, 51 steals, and 3.84 runs a game. The Twins, 4.2 runs per game, 239 average, 140 home runs, 59 steals, and 4.28 runs a game. A lot of question marks are built around the Twins pitching. Jose Urena on the mound for Minnesota, 0-0 record, 4.97 ERA. Still looking for his first loss or his first win. He just wants one of them. He wants some type of number there. With 25.1 innings, 14 strikeouts, 6 home runs, 10 walks. Not the best control numbers, but Charlie Morton for the Tigers, they're not that much better. Actually, they're not better at all. 7-10 record, 5.48 ERA, 111.2 innings, 117 strikeouts, 50 walks, 18 home runs, 121 hits. Point is, he puts a lot of guys on base here, but he's a veteran. He's been in big moments. We know that he can pitch when he needs to pitch. But he has not pitched this entire season. I'm going to go with the Twins pulling off the upset. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going with the over all day on this one personally. And at 8:15 p.m., we have the 64-57 New York Yankees. They badly need a win. They badly need some type of momentum, something to carry them towards the playoffs. Right now, third place in the AL East. They're on the road here versus the 61-61 St. Louis Cardinals. This team's been all over the place this season, up, down, sideways. It's very hard to make what they are. They were very consistent to start the season. Then they kind of went off the trails, but overall, veteran team, they just got to get that pitching back under control. They have a 51% chance to win. New York, a 49% chance, practically a 50-50. The Yankees, though, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York, minus 135. St. Louis, plus 115. The Yankees still on paper, one of the better offenses in baseball. 5.1 runs per game, 249 batting average, 191 home runs, number one in the majors. Judge, obviously, with 38 of them, 88 steals, 4.0 runs a game. That's with all of the injuries. They've had a lot of injuries to their starting rotation, and they're still a very competitive team. St. Louis, 4.3 runs per game, 249 average, 115 home runs, 71 steals, and 4.18 runs per game. New York is turning to Louis Gill here. 0-1 record, a 7.27 ERA. That is awful, but it's a very small sample size, so not much to judge him on. 8.2 innings, 10 strikeouts. He is a strikeout pitcher. And Andre Pallante on the mound for the Cardinals. 6-9 record, 4.95 ERA. 123.2 innings, 80 strikeouts. He's given up 16 home runs here. The Yankees have the edge here, especially offense-wise, hitting-wise. But I don't trust Louis Gill here, but I don't trust Andre Pallante, so it's a very tough game. I see why it's practically a 50-50. Give me the Cardinals at home. Pallante, the Cardinals win it, the plus 1.5. I'm going to go with the over. Then at 8:40 p.m., we have the 60-62 Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 games under 500 here. Sold some of their best pieces, but they still have a good offense. They do give up a lot of runs on the road versus the 32-88 Colorado Rockies. Nobody gives up more runs than the Rockies. One of the worst offenses, one of the best pitching staffs. Overall, the worst statistical team in baseball. But I just hope for them to put up some type of fight here. Right now, Colorado, 31.2% chance to win. Arizona, a 68.8% chance to win. The Diamondbacks are 1.5 run favorites, 11.5 over-under. Whenever you get a double-digit over-under, it is usually always a Colorado Rockies game. Rockies are plus 155. The Diamondbacks are minus 185. Arizona, 4.9 runs per game, 251 batting average, 171 home runs. That's top 5. They do hit the long ball. 81 steals and 4.54 runs a game. Colorado, 3.7 runs a game. 237 average, 123 home runs. They hit a lot of home runs. There's just no one on base when they do so. 63 steals and 6.0 runs a game. That's not a misspeak. 6.0 runs per game. That is a lot. Right now, Tanner Gordon going for Colorado, 2-5 record, at 8.37 rate, even higher, much higher than the team average. 33.1 innings, 22 strikeouts, going up against Brandon Pfaadt. Not the best overall numbers, but whenever he pitches, he gets a ton of run support. 12-7 record, still a 5.03 rate. 127 innings, 104 strikeouts. He's given up 20 home runs, susceptible to the long ball here, but at least he has an offense to rely on. Give me Arizona winning this one, covering the spread, and I will go with the under here, surprisingly. And at 10:05 p.m., we have a game that could honestly just be a home run derby matchup. The 59-62 Los Angeles Angels, top 5 in home runs. They hit a ton of home runs. They don't pitch well, but they hit a lot of homers. They're on the road versus the 54-69 Athletic Sacramento. Smaller park, minor league stadium. That means we might see a ton of home runs. And the Athletics also hit a lot of home runs. They're not top 5, but they're top 10. It's going to be a home run bonanza potentially. Right now, the Angels 59.3% chance to win. The Athletics a 40.7% chance to win. Angels 1.5 run favorites, 10.5 over under. LA minus 110. Athletics minus 110. So Vegas is saying either one of these teams have a shot. The Angels average 4.4 runs per game. 233 average, 173 home runs, a lot of homers. 59 steals and 4.63 runs a game. They don't pitch well. The Athletics 4.4 runs per game. 253 average, 166 home runs, 65 steals and 4.9 runs a game. Neither of these teams pitch well. They both hit a lot of home runs. You are in a minor league stadium. Everything is setting up for it to be a potential disaster on paper. That doesn't mean, though, that it's actually going to happen. Kikuchi going for the Angels. Even though the Angels don't pitch well, it's not his problem. He's got really good numbers. 6-7 record, 3.37 ERA, 139 innings, 146 strikeouts. Going up against Jack Perkins, 1-2 record, 4.08 ERA, 28.2 innings, 28 strikeouts. Give me the Angels to win this one on the road, covering the spread. And why not? I'll go with the over. And our second to last game on MLB Network at 10 p.m., a later one. This is the best matchup of the day because it's number 1 versus number 2 in the same division with very, very close records. Whoever wins the series will be number 1 when it comes Sunday. The 69-52 San Diego Padres playing the 68-53 Los Angeles Dodgers. The Padres first place in the NOS, the Dodgers second place. This is going to be a fun one. Two big markets. Two great teams, two playoff caliber, playoff worthy teams facing off. Right now, Padres 41.5% chance to win. The Dodgers a 58.5% chance to win. LA 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Dodgers here at home minus 138. The Padres on the road plus 118. We know these teams, they hate one another. No, they loathe one another. Everything's going to be left on the field. It's a fun one. I'm an unbiased baseball fan, and this is just going to be a fun one to watch. The Padres 4.2 runs per game. 252 average, 103 home runs, 81 steals, and 3.55 runs a game. They have great starting pitching. They have a great bullpen. They are bringing the pitching travels with you on the road. The Dodgers, so many injuries to their pitching staff. They're averaging 5.2 runs a game, 255 average, 180 home runs, top 5, 72 steals, and 4.17 runs a game. They continue to find ways to win, even with a pretty banged-up pitching staff. But thankfully for them, they have the veteran Clayton Kershaw going up against their sworn enemy here, the Padres. 6-2 record, 3.1 for ERA. He's been in the big moments before. 71.2 innings, 46 strikeouts. There's no starter announced as me making this video for the Padres. You already know that I hate that, but one thing that you can say is here, you know the Padres have a good bullpen. If they need to use that bullpen here, they can definitely do that. But give me the Dodgers winning this one, covering the spread, and I'll go with the under. And we made it to our final game, MLB Network, 10:15 p.m., the 59-63 Tampa Bay Rays on the road versus the 59-62 San Francisco Giants. Both of these teams have fallen off the last 1 to 2 months. They are capable of much more than they've been showing us. If they can get some momentum here down the stretch, they still have a shot. The season is not over yet. There's still time to get things back on track. The Rays a 40.9% chance to win. The Giants a 59.1% chance to win. San Francisco, a 1.5 run favorite, 7.5 over under. Tampa Bay's plus 110. San Francisco minus 130. The Rays 4.5 runs per game. 251 batting average, 136 home runs, 155 steals. Leading baseball and stolen bases, extremely aggressive on the bases, giving up 3.9 runs a game. Those stats aren't bad. It's just not translating on the field for some reason. The Giants 4.1 runs per game, but they're not known for their offense. 232 average, 113 home runs, 52 steals, and 3.71 runs a game. That's what they're known for, is the pitching they bring. Joe Boyle going for Tampa Bay, 1-2 record, 3.82 ERA, 30.2 innings, 31 strikeouts, but not much of a sample size there. Very small sample size, and he's on the road here in San Francisco. Very difficult place to play. Landon Routt going for the Giants, 7-6 record, 3.11 ERA, 101.1 innings, 95 strikeouts. He's at home with a really good bullpen. Give me San Francisco winning this one, covering the spread, and I will go with the over. Guys, that's our breakdown, our picks, predictions, our best bets for all of our baseball games we have coming up for Friday, August 15th. First things first, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments at all, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, what are your thoughts on these games? What are your favorite predictions today? Drop it in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there. There's 3 tiers in total. If you sign up, I would definitely appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to get a bunch of sources together to see what makes the most sense to you today. And like I said, thanks for watching and good luck.